Wood Stoving, Chapter 3. This is a subject that I think a lot of wood stovers have a problem with, and I've had problems with it myself. You come home from a trip away, or you haven't used the wood stove in a while, and you set up your stove to light it off because the house is cold, and you stack all the stuff in and you light it in your conventional way. Shortly after you light it, you start to see the fire dwindle out and it's smoking inside, and the smoke starts coming out this little inlet port. And at this point, you know you've got a problem. At least I know I've got a problem. The problem is that there's a cold air blockage in the chimney, and you've got to purge this cold air out. I've got it drawn here as a blue circle, a blue cylinder. You've got to drive all that air out of the chimney before you can start pushing your smoke out. There's a couple other problems that make it difficult for a wood stove to exhaust its smoke. One is the dryer fan, the kitchen fan, the bathroom fans. These are all fans that push air out of the house, and that air has to equalize by coming in the least restrictive path, one of them being your wood stove. So your wood stove is working against these fans to exhaust air, and these other fans are saying, I want to pull all these air out, and it pulls the smoke out of your wood stove. So what can you do about this? Well, one of the things I do, if I think it's going to happen, I will take a propane torch and I will put it in this area up here. A propane torch is roughly 1,000 watt heater, and I will place it up there for 1 to 2 minutes. That ought to be enough time to purge the cold air blockage out of the chimney. Now, if you still feel a lot of cold air coming through the stove, you may have to do it for longer. You may not have achieved what you want to achieve. But if you get in a situation where you have smoke in here and it's coming out the inlet, and you open the door and the smoke's just pouring out, you're just going to have to deal with it the best you can. What I try to do is put a propane torch in there and light some paper, get a good fire going quickly. The expansion of gases will push things out the chimney. I know it's frustrating. I know it's a difficult situation to deal with. The other thing you can do is open a window. That'll help equalize the building and let the stack effect take over within the chimney. I'm going to call this the cold chimney downdraft. And it's a difficult problem. If you work ahead of it and get your chimney warmed up before you light your stove, then you won't have to deal with it. Once you're dealing with it, use whatever method you can to get the chimney warmed up and to push the air out. You could take a fan and blow it down in this inlet, and that would help push things out the chimney. You could put a propane torch in there and try to light some material. You're going to get some smoke in the house, and you just got to reverse the flow somehow.